La Femme there. That was La Femme. You're listening to Arts Friday. We're coming to our final guest of the day. And very interesting, best for last. Ayeshah Rose is on the line. Good morning, Ayeshah.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Now, I played that song for you. It's called La Femme, the woman. And it's a really, I love that song. It's from the 2014, so Frenchy, so chic, because it is the French Film Festival, but it is also the time of Moi aussi, which means, of course, me too, which is what you have so beautifully created a film about this. Tell us about your short film.
Well, what a lovely introduction with that perfect song. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, this film almost happened by accident. I have a writing partner in the States, and we Skype all the time, and we try and figure out things that we can sort of write about that are current. And this is the only sort of subject matter that was in the forefront of the media, as well as on my mind the majority of the time in the last few months.
Yeah, that's right. Oh. Well, I know what that means. It means someone knocked something. Never mind. I'm going to call her straight back. So I'm just going to play a little track in the meantime while I get Ayeshah back on the line. This is Chris O'Connor. You're listening to Arts Friday. Oh my God, Lou Dulan with Places. That is, if you don't know Lou Dulan, then find out about her and find out more about So Frenchy, So Chic. It is, of course, one of the sponsors of the Alliance Française French Film Festival, which is currently playing. I have Ayeshah back on the line. Good morning, Ayeshah, again.
Good morning. Thank you for that.
No, thank you. So I don't know what happened, but it really doesn't matter because we've got you. So you and your writing partner were discussing things that are on our minds and electric to a creative mind. Now, what's the name of your writing partner?
His name's Tony Pauly. He's located in LA, and what was attractive about initially when we connected was, one, that he was male, and that we both seemed to agree on a lot of issues regarding females and the perspective from a female. And it was very attractive to talk to him at the beginning about how much empathy he had for women in the arts and how it affected him. And for him personally, it troubled him because he felt like he was a male in the arts and never really felt like there was an appropriate platform for him to discuss the incredible effects and the pressures that women have that men couldn't even imagine. And he used the words of obligatory movement, which means in his opinion, women that just go with it because everyone else is, and it's part of being a woman, and we just automatically go with it when we're, especially with less education and people that are in rural communities that just kind of understand being a woman is just being a woman rather than having a voice.
It's really interesting, and your film expresses this even without language, because I won't give it away too much because I really do want people to go and see it. It's on Tuesday the 20th. But what is so, there's a frisson there. There's something else happening, which is when it happens to women and they or girls, and they have to kind of just put up with whatever, because that's how we've grown up, and that's how it is, and that's what you do because it's just easier than causing a scene.
Right.
What is interesting is that I think there's a dual thing. I don't know that it is obviously a concern of being victimized, but also I think there's something very powerful about the choice to do that. Isn't a weak choice at times. It is that it actually reveals an extra layer in a woman, because we know all this, and we know, but we don't, as you say, have the platform to say it. And now suddenly there is this incredible platform to say it. And it's not just sexual, it's just about the as you say, the norm with which this patriarchal society has developed. But your film is very sexual, and it's beautifully told. So it's interesting that your Tony my last guest was Tony Poley, and this is now Tony Pauly we're speaking
Yes,
about.
yes, I thought that too.
But how
Well,
cool that together, and I guess he is seeing it on behalf of women and just basically as a human being, yeah.
Yeah, he also felt like there's no open lines of communication amongst him and his peers, and that means men in film as well. And so that's why I was like, I think we need to work together. But as well as being a writer and we directed this together as a joint project, it worked beautifully and we worked very well together. It was one of the most difficult challenges for myself as an actor, purely because I wasn't acting.
Because has this happened to you?
Well, it was. I knew sort of these questions would come up, but I think in this time of uncertainty, the growing concerns about the rights and position of us, of course, we've all experienced it to whatever degree it is. And with the new recent Me Too movement, I raised the question to my writing partner as well as my team that success is now based on, from what has been honestly told to the rest of us through media and community about that, it's through abuse. I mean, women have been abused to get to where they are and therefore successful. So it raised another question of what is success today, because these women have said, this is what happened, we were affected, and who's to say whether, there are a lot of women out there now saying, well, she should have said, no. Some women just do not have that skill. Some women, time and time again, have been abused, victimized, and treated the same. Therefore, they know exactly what the outcome will be. Therefore, they don't have the skills to behave differently or stand up for themselves, which is why this film was not, it was more of a double entendre where the initial idea was what it takes for an actor, a female actor, to get themselves out there and dealing with all of the rejection and that feeling when you're in a room and you're giving your absolute all and giving the best performance ever, and had that not being enough. And then to top it all off, what it means for a woman to be going through that versus a man, more rejection and everything that's placed on a woman's shoulders that men just are not even expected to face.
It's really interesting. Is you make that point, and that line is drawn very, very easily. I mean, it's effortlessly, seamlessly unfolds. But what I love also in this very short film is that we do see so many multiple things at play within you. Now, it's part of the Short and Sweet Film Festival, which is now going into week 3, and you're week 3, heat 3, which I think
That's correct.
I actually think is lucky. I think that's kind of a lucky combination. So
Yeah, me too.
on Tuesday, the 20th of March, at the Tom Mann Theatre in Surrey Hills, all the details on the Short and Sweet Sydney Short and Sweet Film Festival website. Is this the first time you've entered Short and Sweet?
It is, actually. I did the Short and Sweet at the Play Festival last year, and that was great. That was really fun. But I think my passion revolves in film when you can encapsulate music, and it just goes a lot deeper for me personally, and that's where my passion lies, for sure.
I congratulate you, and thank you so much. We're coming to the end of the show, like in 1 minute. But I just want to congratulate you, and I want all my listeners to check out the Short and Sweet Film Festival. Get along on the 20th to see week 3, heat 3. I'll be there. I think that's the lucky night, actually.
I really appreciate that.
It's a great pleasure to speak with you today, and congratulations again on the film. It has a lot to say, and I want people to get on the website and